Did I ever tell y'all about the time I was on the Wendy Williams show? No. Story time. So it was for my 30th birthday, and my mom had asked me, well, what is it that you want to do for your birthday? And so I told her I really, really, really want to go to New York City. And so she gave me her card, and she was like, book the flights, book the hotels, and then we'll go. So I ended up booking a hotel at the Crown Plaza. It was like in the same vicinity as Times Square, and then Good Morning America, like all of that stuff. I could literally walk out the hotel, and then I'm like right there. So before I ended up going to New York City, I would always watch the Wendy Williams show. Like I watched that show just about every day, and if I didn't watch it, it was on record. So I watch the show all the time. And so I was like, I really want to try to go to the Wendy Williams show while I'm in New York City. So let me figure out how to do that. So I ended up going online to her website, and I was able to get some tickets. It wasn't on like my actual birthday. I can't remember if it was the day before my birthday or the day after. So anyway, fast forward to my mom and I making it to New York City. And then the day of when we were supposed to go to the Wendy Williams show came, and so we ended up going there, and we ended up standing in line. So we stood in line for a few minutes, and then they ended up letting us inside of the building. So when we got inside, they had us in like this holding room. It was basically set up where you would write down like your birthday, and if it was your birthday today, then they would give you a crown, but you had to show like your ID. And then they also had it where you had to fill out this form, and on the form it was basically like the question that you wanted to ask Wendy. And then what would happen is they would pick who had the best question, and it just so happened that they picked my question. And if I'm not mistaken, I think my question was, I'm turning 30 years old. Is it time for me to move out so I can start dating? I can't remember exactly how the question was, but it was surrounding something like that. So anyway, fast forward to us getting to the Ask Wendy segment. Then here I am, my mom and I talking to Wendy while I got ready to ask her my question. And I was just, even when I was standing there asking her the question, it was like an out of body experience. It was like I was talking, but my mind was just, in my mind I was thinking, oh my God, I'm sitting up here talking to Wendy Williams. I know a lot of people going, it's Wendy Williams, but it was somebody that I actually admired. Like I enjoyed watching her show so much, especially when she talked about the hot topics. Like that was my favorite segment. Literally, I would watch the hot topic segment, and I wouldn't necessarily watch the part when she would bring celebrities on, because I don't know, I just wasn't interested in that part. I just like the hot topics part. I'm a little nosy, but yeah. So anyway, when I was standing there and I was asking her the question, it was just like an out of body experience. Like, oh my God, I'm on live TV and I'm standing here talking to the person that I watch every single week. So then after all of that was over, my mom and I had ended up going back to Alabama because that's where I'm from. I told my mama, I had such a good experience in New York City. So I was like, Mama, I'm moving to New York City. I don't think that my mama believed me, because I kid you not, y'all, I lived with my mom up until I was 30. And so, yeah, later on that year, I ended up getting a job in New York. I moved there. I had me 3 suitcases, a hotel room for a few nights, and a job. And yeah, I made it happen. I ended up finding me an apartment. I stayed in New York probably for a year and maybe 3 months. I ended up moving because of school. But yeah,